Here's the Brett Andrews Radio Show Weekly Rewind.
Got Prince on Big FM, Brett Andrews Radio Show. Hannah Bananas here. It's time for Hannah's Big Thing.
95.7 Big FM.
Can you really start your day without Hannah's Big Thing? Well, yeah, you can, but you're here, so you don't have to.
It's Hannah's Big Thing on the Brett Andrews Radio Show.
What do you know, Hannah Banana?
Got some bad news for you, Brett Andrews.
Oh, no.
And really bad news for anyone who eats stuff off the floor and believes in the 5-second rule, because science
5-second rule exists. What are you talking about?
Science proves no.
Why? What kind of science is this?
Experts
What
warn
experts?
that this rule is just a myth and that there's no recommended safe time for food to be eaten if it drops on the floor.
Well, that's a shame. Although, in fairness, I've been living by the 5-second rule my entire life, and I'm 42 years
Anyone
old.
who's got kids is like, yeah, it's fine, dust it off, right?
Gosh. I don't even dust it off. Just eat the dirt.
Well, apparently bacteria can transfer to food almost immediately upon contact. And it doesn't matter if it's a piece of watermelon, a dry cracker. You can get salmonella that way.
Well,
and
listen.
This expert, Dr. Kenneth Brown, I believe, or somebody, Wendy Lebrett, one of those experienced doctors, said it's basically the same thing as like you wouldn't put your finger on the ground for 5 seconds and then pick it up and lick it. So, like, why would you eat food off the floor?
I mean, you're assuming I wouldn't do that, but
I literally was like, I don't know if you can win that argument.
But then again, here's the other side to that. The 5-second rule has perpetuated because people have lived by it and lived long, okay?
Right.
I've been alive 42 years. I've been alive almost half a century, and I've been living by, I'll be honest, the 10-second rule. Sometimes the 2-day rule.
Nobody's headstone says didn't make it because they used they lived by the 5 seconds.
Here lies Brett. Beware of the 5-second rule. Dun, dun, dun.
Hang on. Brett Andrews will be back in a few. In the meantime, follow him on Instagram at Brett Andrews Radio.
95.7 Big FM. Milwaukee's best variety of the 80s and 90s.
2 tickets to paradise. 95.7 Big FM, Milwaukee's best variety of the 80s and 90s. Brett Andrews Radio Show is on. Hannah Banana sitting over there, as she so often does, and I love it. Hannah, I've got major news. I am not perfect.
What?
Yep.
That is soul crushing.
I know. Listen to this.
I thought you were.
WRIT-FM.
Good morning.
Good morning. Milwaukee.
Good morning.
Live from Big FM.
An iHeart radio station.
This is the Brett Andrews Radio Show.
All right, 7 o'clock. The sun is shining, and I've got tacos. Yeah. I don't know, can I even say that on the radio? And I've got tacos. I was trying to.
What's on the menu? Carne asada, chorizo, chicken, tacos, or whatever you said.
Tacos. Listen, I was trying to say.
Tacos.
I was trying to put together. This was back a couple weeks ago. We were giving away tickets to the Taco and Tequila Fest. I was trying to put too many words in one space, and what came out was tacos. So there you go.
Tacos.
Big news.
I'm gonna go home and ask Jaime, hey, you know how to make tacos?
Hey, can you? Brett would really like to bring. Brett would like to have some tacos for lunch. Can you whip some up? Lord, all I know is probably is something called tacos and something real spicy.
The Brett Andrews Radio Show.
You're not home. Here I come. You can't hide.
95.7 Big FM.
Gonna find
Brett Andrews Radio Show. Hannah Banana is over there. Hannah, I need your help with something.
Uh-oh.
You're smarter than me. Well, that's just a given. Okay, so let me tell you this. Okay, you use ice throughout your day, right?
Like ice in your drinks?
Like ice in your drinks.
Like ice cubes.
Right, ice cubes.
Yes, it would be negative 30 and I would still want ice in my drinks.
So I love ice, and what I do in the morning is I get like this, what do you call this? Like it's like a coffee, a thermos essentially, and I fill it all the way up with ice. And this is supposed to be the fancy, like ice will stay in this thing forever, okay? Mm-hmm. It doesn't. It's just like sometimes by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's like gone. And I don't know, like, is there a trick? Do you have a trick to making your ice last? Because here's the thing about me. I don't really do like public ice, like shared ice. Not like public, like
You're
shared.
not the one who's using the ice cubes in the 2 ice trays we have in our 1970s refrigerator here and not refilling it?
No, I'm not, because I don't. First of all, I'm not a huge our refrigerator makes ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of old dirty trays that have literally, like you said, been here since the 70s.
We're not lying.
No, there's no lying here. Okay, so because I don't like old dirt mixed in with my ice cubes.
Added protein, man.
Maybe,
why not?
I mean, maybe there's a seal problem on this thing or something.
I will
don't
tell
know.
you the problem. I don't know much about the brand, and I'm not going to call them out since I don't know much, but I will tell you how you get your ice to last in your thing.
What?
Invest in a Yeti.
A Yeti? Is that the one?
I use Yeti. That's my water bottle for going to the gym and all that. I have a Yeti, and I absolutely love it. Love it. Ice does stay in for a long time. Or number 2, blender bottle, but you got to get the insulated one.
Let me
that
ask
one
you
lasts
this.
for no,
if I go
you
and
just
buy
had
a
a
Yeti,
birthday, didn't you? When's your birthday?
Yeah, I just had a birthday in September.
I think it is September. I feel like you just celebrated something, and now I can't remember what it is.
My anniversary.
But now I know what to get you for your birthday, so don't buy it until don't buy it.
I need ice all summer, man. That's not going to do. Yesterday or Monday was my anniversary. That's probably
maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
So if I go, is it really expensive? I know they're popular.
Yes, Yetis are more expensive.
I might
than
pay $874.
Well, no, not that much, but it's worth every penny. My aunt actually bought me my first one, and I'm hooked. I love it.
Well, what's your aunt's number? Let's buzz her on up and see if she'll buy me one. You know what I actually looked at, which is just ridiculous how kind of low-key bouge I am. Mm-hmm. I looked at mini ice makers. I go back in my office and then just churn up some ice.
Listen, I'd be willing to go in with you on one.
You want to go halvesies?
And we can just keep it in your office.
Nobody gets to use it but us.
No one knows about it but you and I. Or in the studio here because.
Then Dave.
Yeah.
Oof.
Just kidding. Okay, so Yeti and blender bottle, but the insulated one.
Okay.
Both of them are great, and neither of them leak. Nothing against Stanley because I have a Stanley thermos that was my dad's from ages ago. Literally, those original OG green ones. Got it, love it. But with the
one
straw,
that the cup
they leak.
the top becomes a cup.
The OG of thermoses, and it still works. I love it. But the straw thing, I just can't get behind the straw thing. I don't want to have to clean it. I don't want it to spill over the place because I spill enough.
In the meantime, if you have a suggestion on how to keep ice icy, let me know.
Because you can't just go on Amazon after we get done talking and order a Yeti and blender bottle.
No, but you got to understand, if I'm going to spend some money, it takes a while to get from the cart to the checkout. All right, on Amazon. I put it there, it stays. I put it in a list, I take it off. Very indecisive.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Okay.
Why?
I got you.
Oh, good looking, yeah. By the way, it was your birthday the other day. Yesterday was your birthday.
It was yesterday,
yes.
Yeah.
So thank you. Don't buy me a present on your birthday. Thank you very much. But you can if you
95.7 Big FM. Milwaukee's best variety of the 80s and 90s.
Hang tight. Brett is back in minutes.
Any idea how fast you were going?
Well, I guess I was going about 65 tops.
7 miles an hour.
Now let's check traffic. Kiss.
All right, 95.7 Big FM, Brett Andrews Radio Show. Dave Michaels still hanging. Earlier, sunshine. Later, clouds. 72 is a high. By the way, to reiterate, Dave and I have, we're going to be focused on, according to Fox 6, 72 today, 72 tomorrow, 72 Saturday, 72 Sunday. If that happens, amazing.
Yeah, but those of you in Oconomowoc are going, hold my beer. It's going to be hotter than that. So
right.
What do we
I believe
care?
it's pronounced Oconomowoc.
Next to Muckawanago.
Right. Those are good cities. And the funny thing is, I mean, it's such a relative thing because, for example, you look at the Fox 6 one and it says 72, 72, 72. You look at the one on your phone, which might be, I've got mine set to my location rather than a city, which I think we talked about was the airport thing, but 71 according to my phone is the high today. So we'll see.
Whatever my
if we
iPhone
get lucky
says.
enough.
70 today, 72 tomorrow, 68 Saturday. Doesn't matter.
No.
Do you apply any different
I just look
part
at the
of your
first
day
number.
based on what the Oh, it's 72? Yeah, anything above 70 is something that I can't take part in.
I look at the first number. I look at if it's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Exactly. That's
what I
my
look
point. That's my point. And sunny. Sunny.
Exactly. All right, let's get into the news.
95.7 Big FM.
That's not the news thing. Here's the news thing.
95.7 Big FM.
It's News 60 with Dave Michael. Okay, this is where we cue the dramatic newscast.
Yeah, I didn't even... and here's the news thing.
95.7 Big FM.
It's News 60 with Dave Michael. Okay, this is where we cue the dramatic newscast sound effect. Okay, that works.
News 60 with Dave Michaels on the Brett Andrews Radio Show.
This is what retirement looks like, Brett.
Yeah.
Men talking about the weather and not understanding electronics.
Not knowing how the computers around
Not
your work.
knowing what to do.
All right. I know the buttons. I just I need a nap, apparently.
I am all for buying local, supporting local. But what happens when that local company is no longer local, yet you still associate it with Milwaukee?
Kohl's?
No, they're
Kohl's is
still
still
based in
local.
Menominee
Menominee
Falls.
Falls.
No. Kohl's is still technically local.
Okay.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Okay.
When you say PBR, you automatically default to Milwaukee.
Of course.
I mean, the Pabst Theater.
Right.
There's still the old Pabst building. I believe that's just a little east of Water Street. Pabst hasn't been based in Milwaukee in years. I think they're a San Diego-based
Are they
company.
part of a bigger conglomerate of
Absolutely.
beers?
Absolutely. Yeah. But in honor of Pabst's anniversary, they are turning 180 years old this year. They were founded in Milwaukee in 1844. They're offering a 180 can mega pack of beer.
180 can mega pack.
You heard me correctly. I don't know how big. I mean, do you need to rent a U-Haul
For $6.99.
to go to Costco? No, it's although it is cheap, Brett.
Yeah.
It is cheap. $95.
$95 for 180 cans?
Yep. Now, based on that alone, I'm interested. I'm not a big PBR guy. My early childhood memories are being at my grandfather's where he was drinking in his lawn chair on his driveway, PBR in old style. I mean, there's nothing more.
Kind of always saw PBR as kind of a college-y beer because it was a little bit less expensive.
1,000%. It's better on tap than, say, in a can. However, if you're interested, they're going to offer this 180 can mega pack for $95 this summer.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. How do you transport that? That's
Again, you got to
little...
get for 12 beers. I'll help you. Because that's the old college thing, Right. I'll do it for a 12-pack of beer. Well,
and
now you'll have 168 beers left over. No, more than that. No, 168 beers left over. So there you go.
I'm not a big beer guy, so we bought a 6-pack for somebody who was coming to visit because we knew they liked a particular beer, and they drank one or two. The other 4 sat in our fridge for a year and a half.
If you're going to go local, go Liney's.
There you go.
Whether it's Summer Shanty or Liney's Red. I'm a big fan of the Oktoberfest. I know it's not available right now, but Liney's Oktoberfest is the best beer there is, period. And no, I'm not being compensated to say that. I'm just a big Liney's guy. If I am, in fact, going to have a beer. Finally, Brett, elimination game tonight. Admirals in the playoffs. Even if you're not a huge hockey fan.
Calder Cup, right?
Well, the Calder Cup is their that's their
goal?
Stanley Cup.
Right on.
They're not in the finals. They're in the Western Conference Finals playing Coachella Valley. It's do or die. They are down 3-0, so they have to win the next 4 games without losing to move on. That starts tonight. Game 4 is tonight at Panther Arena, even if you're not a huge hockey fan, and I'm not. However, I've been in my fair share of Admirals games. I've actually been the host for a few of those games over the years. Playoff hockey is a whole nother level of entertainment. So if you got nothing going on tonight, check out the Admirals, Coachella Valley, 7 o'clock puck drop at Panther Arena.
I'm not a big hockey guy either, and I have been to some Admirals games. I'm fairly confident in saying every Admirals game I've ever been to has been with you.
Okay.
Anytime I've been to that is the culmination of all my Admirals trips is every time I've gone with you.
Go?
Tonight?
Why not?
Starts at what time?
7.
Nah, too late.
Again, you're an old man. You
late.
are an old man.
I've got to check the weather and go to sleep.
Too cold inside?
Too cold. I gotta crack open my PBR and check the weather. There you go. It's Big FM.
Hang on. More of the Brett Andrews Radio Show in a few minutes.
Before we go, let's take a peek at the roads.
All right. Okay, Friday. We've arrived. And you look good, Friday. How you doing, Friday? Hey, Friday. What's your name? Sorry. Hannah Banana.
I really wish sometimes that we had a camera in here so people could see just how massive my eye roll just was.
It was pretty big. Be honest, I've got a lot of eye rolls in my life. I come here in the morning and you roll your eyes, and I go home and Michaela rolls her eyes at me.
I know your mom spent a lifetime rolling her eyes at you.
She's 70 years old. Her eyeballs popped out of her head at someone. My daughter is giving me side eyes now. She's 2.5 years old. Actually, she'll be 3 in 1 week. Crazy. Hey, I'm not one to brag, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
But I am, and I will tell you that her yodeling video is in the arena of 3 million views.
You can brag about that. That's cool. That's legit.
On Tickety Talk right now. But of course, I tell my mom this, and she doesn't understand TikTok. She thinks is a clock. TikTok clock. She goes. The first thing she asks, which is legitimate. She says, "But you don't make any money." No, we don't.
Not yet.
As soon as old Reba McEntire calls up and invites Luna down to the Grand Ole Opry. By the way, if you need some reference, hold on. Stall while I find this. Sing a song or something.
I'm not the one who's good at stalling.
Well, I'm the one that's trying to find this thing.
Well, then let me try to find it, and you do the stalling. I feel like that would be way better.
So Luna was yodeling for some reason. We're not really sure why. I don't know.
I was going to ask, did it just come out of nowhere? Did she learn it at
I don't know.
Probably some show.
Maybe.
Right?
Listen, she watches Bluey.
Okay.
She doesn't. She watches Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Or, she goes to, she's not in school yet, but who knows? Maybe Lennon picked it up from somewhere and passed it off to her.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows where kids get stuff?
Right, exactly. Here, by the way, this is what we're referencing. This video is up in the neighborhood of 3 million views on my wife, Michaela's TikTok.
Hi, Luna.
Hi.
Can you yodel for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do hee-hoo. You do hee-hoo.
Good job.
She good. Other part I like the best is just the way she says hi in the beginning. It's just like,
hi, Luna.
Hi.
I know, it's so great. Oh.
Anyway, there you go. Roll your eyes all you want. I don't care. I'm just going to play music. Oh, I've got Pete Davidson tickets for you coming up 7:30. And then 3 big things with Hannah.
95.7 Big FM. Milwaukee's best variety of the 80s and 90s.
Hang tight. Brett is back in minutes.
Any idea how fast you were going?
Well, I guess I was going about 65 tops.
7 miles an hour.
Now let's check traffic.